It's just me, Patrick, friend. Don't worry. This is just my Halloween costume. It's Halloween here in Lee County, which is a very special time of year for us, because when the leaves start to change color and the air begins to cool, the lines between the channels begin to blur a little bit, and it allows for some more unexpected guests to drop in. So what do you say? Put on your coziest costume, grab the candy corn. It's time for a spooky episode of Flannel Talk. Do you hear that? That sounds like ghostly moans. Well, that must be our band leader Seymour. What do you say we head on over to his corner and see what's happening?
Hey, Patrick. Wanna play a game?
Seymour, have you been watching those Saw movies again?
Well, you know I'm into some sick
Well, don't get too many ideas.
No promises.
Well, we'll check in on you later, Seymour. It's time for our first guest. Please join me in giving a warm flannel welcome to Bryson. Wow, that's a really great Halloween costume, Bryson.
It's not a Halloween costume. I woke up like this.
You woke up as a cockroach. Well, how positively Kafka-esque.
Man, you. You know how many times I've had to hear that in the past week?
Okay, Bryson, I think we got off on the wrong foot. We can talk about whatever you want to. What do you want to talk about?
Well, I'm glad you asked, Patrick. So this mug, he's got the blue M&M playing the saxophone. He's got some hearts coming out of it. He's got a lot of passion, you know. Yeah, this mug it's nice and red, kind of sexy, you know, and for that reason alone, it's one of my favorite mugs.
Kind of got like a Bill Clinton vibe.
Exactly. Kind of makes you feel a little less alone sometimes.
Oh, well, what do you drink out of these mugs? Is it like sugar water or what?
So the next mug I have with me today. Sorry, I get a little choked up when I talk about this one. I got this one from my ex, Betty. We were on a vacation, on a trip to Orlando, and honestly, probably one of the best weeks of my life. Probably should have married her, but you know, you're young. You think you're invincible, and you just think to yourself, there's no way I'm ever gonna just wake up as a cockroach one day.
Yeah, actually, speaking of invincibility, do you think you could survive a nuclear blast now?
I've survived far worse, Patrick. This is my last mug. I took this mug from Betty's apartment on my way over here today. I'm gonna be honest with you, Patrick. I took all these mugs from Betty's apartment on my way over here today. I could have taken more. I have enough. I have the arm space for it. But she chased me out of the apartment with a broom before I could get any more mugs. And I just have one question for you, Betty. Who the f*** is Dan? They always ask about my feelers, but they never ask about my feelings.
Women be shopping.
I just miss her so much.
I think it's time for a word from our sponsors. They gave the old lady a weighted blanket to ease her lonely, troubled nights, but the broad couldn't lift the damn thing and died sometime within the last week.
You know, this blanket couldn't hurt anybody else, could it?
Well, no. If it did, that'd be scary. What if the thing you held the closest?
It's a perfectly good blanket. I don't think anybody else is gonna use it.
Murdered you? From the visionary mind behind Bye Bye Man and Bye Bye Man 2,
Bye again. And Bye Bye Man 3, Bye Bye Bye, comes a new layer of horror. Weighted Blanket.
What a day. I can't wait to get some rest. What's Grandma's blanket doing here?
Weighted Blanket, coming soon.
Welcome back. It's time for our next guest. Won't you join me in giving a warm flannel welcome to Ronny Hazelnut? How are you, Ronny?
Hello, Patrick. I'm so happy to be here today to discuss such a great cause.
So, yeah, why don't you go ahead and tell us about that?
Well, my father, his father, his father, and his father were all hot dog eating champions. I worked towards that goal my entire life. But today, I'm here for something more important. Today, I'm here to discuss the Hazelnut Initiative.
Fancy. So, what do you guys do?
Well, we work to raise awareness for wet buns.
Wet buns?
Patrick, do you know how many people a year die from choking on dry buns at hot dog eating competitions?
How many?
10 million. When I died at last year's competition, it's because I had unlubricated buns.
Wait.
There's nothing worse than a...
Wait, what'd you just say?
Oh, 10 million. 10 million people died.
No, after that you said you died?
Oh yeah, I'm dead. I've been dead for a while.
Okay, well, I feel like you should have led with that. So, sorry, we've never had a ghost on this show before.
Yeah, right, yeah.
What?
But back to the Hazelnut Initiative. There's nothing worse than having an unlubricated throat when you're just guzzling down dogs.
Yeah, the Hazelnut Initiative.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this is how you died? You choked on a hot dog in a contest?
Mm-hmm.
And this is how you're just spending your afterlife.
Well, Patrick, the afterlife is quite different for everyone. You may never know where you end up. For me personally, it's getting to know that I can help people from choking on wieners. But for you...
It's time for a word from our sponsor.
It's the Chop Trick or Treat Challenge.
Hello, I am Sir Chef Oliver Vauxhall, and welcome to the Chopped Trick or Treat Challenge. Now, let's meet today's contestants.
I'm Brian, SoCal born and raised, and I'm here to win.
Hi, I'm Barb. I'm from Macon, Georgia, born and raised. I'm head of the PTA. I'm known for my snacks, so this competition is gonna be a piece of candy.
Now for the rules. You shall each have 10 minutes to...
Who's that?
Oh, that's Coco. He's our judge. He's the one that does the chopping. Now, you will each have 10 minutes to assemble a two-dimensional tableau of a subject of your choosing from Halloween candy. Whilst there is only one round, you have only one chance to impress us. Ready? Go!
The gummy worms!
The dude with the sword was throwing me off at first, but I'm just gonna tune that out and focus on my art.
Hun, on the farm I grew up, we used to slaughter cattle with knives bigger than that. Broadswords ain't nothing new to me, sugar.
Stop! Now, let's see if our contestants have made us tricks or treats. Now, Brian, I see you have made a...
That's teepee, dude.
Interesting. Why don't we have a taste? Let's see. This has the dubious distinction of being the most metallic dish I have ever tasted on this show.
Gnarly!
Yes, it reminds me of what I imagine Dracula's urine would taste like.
Cool!
It's awful. It's bloody awful. Now, Barbara, you have gone beyond the prompt and made not a two-dimensional tableau, but a three-dimensional model. Would you mind telling us a little bit about your creation?
Well, of course. It's a modest little farmhouse with a Chevy 4x4 in the front yard. And it's got a wraparound porch, and I put a little heart on the edge because, you know, all we need in life is love.
Well, it's absolutely delicious. I love it. Thank you so much for coming on our show.
My pleasure.
Well, I think we have a winner, but there's only one judge. Coco, what is your decision? And our winner is Barbara. Ryan, you have been chopped.
Dude, not cool!
Get chopped this Halloween on the Chopped Trick or Treat Challenge.
Welcome back, goblins and ghouls. Wouldn't you like to hear a scary story? I know I sure would. Please join me in giving a warm flannel welcome to Madam Chrysanthemum.
You fear what you don't understand. Buffalo. 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 Buffalo.
Just go to commercial.
And now for Tales from the Crypt.
Alright, so I was going to the corner store, right? Get a call from my man Peanut. Straight off. He's like, hey, you got a four-way? I'm like, you say what? He's like, you got a four-way? I'm like, yeah, I got me a four-way. He's like, I bet. Meet me at the spot. I'm like, I bet. He's like, I bet.
This has been Tales from the Crypt.
Well, friend, this has been a very spooky episode of Flannel Talk indeed. Won't you join me next time? So long, and stay cozy. Come on, throw me a bone here, doggone it. You're being a real